finals edition of Matt Discatch predictions, ASMR style, of course. I got some 3v3 gameplay of the most impactful players of the NBA Finals, Heat versus Denver. And of course, I'm using my playoff roster. For those who are not caught up with my videos, the playoff roster is just me increasing the overalls of Jimmy Butler from a 93 to a 97, Caleb Martin from a 76 to an 83, and then I upgraded Jamal Murray from an 84 to an 87. Which is actually ridiculous. Like, that's blasphemous to have Jamal Murray under anything under 86 is actually disrespectful. But yeah, make sure you check the description because we're going to be talking about different topics such as X factors for both teams, strategies, and then of course my prediction. So make sure you check the description. Thank you for all the support. But now let's get to it, man. Heat versus the Nuggets, man. Who do I have? First, let me start off by who I'm rooting for. Everybody here knows I'm a Celtics fan, but surprisingly, I know this is you probably didn't think this was possible, but I am one of the only existing Celtics fans rooting for the Miami Heat in America. I just like Jimmy Butler. I love the way he competes. His playoff resume is impeccable, besides obviously having a ring, and I just feel like he deserves it, the way he carried the Heat to the finals in the 2020 bubble, the way that he beat Boston and Milwaukee this year in the playoffs. I just rooting for him, and I like Coach Spoelstra, so that's why I'm rooting for the Heat. But who do I think is going to win this series? Alright, let's get down to it. Alright, so I am predicting that the Nuggets win this series in 6. However, there is a caveat. If the series goes to a 7th game, I know it will be played in Denver, but I got Miami winning in Game 7, if it goes to a Game 7. So I'm going to say Nuggets in 6, but if it goes 7, Miami is winning that 100%, or more like 80%, because Jamal Murray could go off, but I'm going to say 80%. Alright, so now that we got the predictions out the way, let's just talk about the X factors for both teams. We're going to talk about the strategies right after for both clubs. But let's just talk about the X factors for both squads. Alright, so for the Nuggets, I have Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr., alright? We know what we're going to get from Jokic. I expect 25 at least with Jokic, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Alright, we know what we're going to get. Excellent playmaking, post-ups. He's going to make a couple threes, and he's going to be pretty efficient. And then Jamal Murray, he's clutch. He may have an off game or two, but we know what we're going to get for Jamal for the most part. Aaron Gordon is a huge piece in this series, and it's mostly about his defense and his offensive rebounding. That is crucial, especially going up against play. He's probably going to start off on Jimmy Butler, and he may switch on to Bam a couple of possessions. But yeah, his size, his offensive rebounding, second chance points are critical. Miami is great at doing that. They're great at controlling the boards, especially with players like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, who are constantly attacking the glass, even on the offensive attack. I just think Aaron Gordon, his body, his length, and like I said, his presence in the interior, I think is going to be very crucial for the Nuggets and keeping the Miami off the glass and just dominating the paint. So I would say Aaron Gordon number 1, number 2 Michael Porter Jr. He's going to be crucial because they're going to need offense, especially if Jamal Murray has an off game or something, or Nikola Jokic, because Nikola Jokic can't do it by himself in the playoffs, man. You need somebody to tag along with you. So I expect Michael Porter Jr. to be the third consistent scorer on the team. His scoring is I expect him basically to be the J.R. Smith for the Nuggets. Well, J.R. Smith did actually play for the Nuggets back then, back in like the 2010s, but you know what I mean. I expect him to be like the Tyler Hero type role, the 6-man role. Even though he starts, I expect him to be like the explosive scorer who can knock down 2, 3, 4 threes in a row and get hot. That's his role on the team. So though I think those are the 2 most important pieces for the Nuggets. For the Heat, I'm gonna say Caleb Martin and Bam Adebayo, because Jimmy Butler, we know he's gonna leave it out on the floor. We know what he does defensively. He's going to get you 20 points, 20 to 30 every night. Bam Adebayo is very inconsistent offensively. Sometimes he settles for taking too many jump shots when he needs to be in the interior, getting to his strong hand and doing that spin. He loves that spin into a two-hand dunk. So his defense on Jokic especially is going to be very crucial into this game. I think he's going to do a decent job. I actually think he's going to guard Nikola Jokic very well because Bam is very mobile. He can match his size, his strength, his athletic. He's more athletic. All he has to do is be patient. Don't fall Harden's gonna have to do that, man. But now let's talk about schemes, alright? Schemes and strategies. Now, the Miami Heat did switch and play a lot of zone, starting with Game 6, and especially Game 7. I don't think the zone defense is gonna work against Nikola Jokic. I don't think the zone defense is gonna work against Denver, because like I said in my last video, the way you're supposed to attack a zone defense is to attack the gaps in the defense with dribble penetration. That's a tongue twister, and or just lobbing the ball in the paint and collapsing the defense and then hitting shooters. And they have that with Jokic. Jokic is the type of player. He's not Tatum. He's not chilling around the perimeter the entire game or most of the game. You can literally just put him in the post, dump the ball in, and let the defense collapse. Now, I do think they're gonna let Bam try and get Jokic one-on-one. Now, like I said, I'm not saying he's gonna lock him up, and I'm not saying that Miami thinks Bam can lock up Jokic either. I think they rather just put Bam on Jokic and then eliminate his facilitating ability, because when Jokic is scoring and facilitating, you're done. I think they're gonna put Bam on him in single coverage to start off to see how he does. And if Jokic is getting his points, but he's not dishing off assists, if he's not collapsing the defense, because Bam is doing a decent job at holding Jokic in the paint, then that allows Miami to stay on Nuggets shooters like Caldwell Pope, Bruce Brown, players like that. So I think they're going to try and let Bam get Jokic in single coverage. That way they're able to stay out on the shooters. At least that's what I would do. Now, if Jokic is just clearly dominating Bam, obviously you're going to have to change the schema eventually. But I think Bam will be able to hold his own against Jokic for a little while at least. So I think now let's talk about the Nuggets. What do the Nuggets need to do? The Nuggets just have to be patient. They can't force threes, because Miami has a tendency for forcing teams to get them out of their element, meaning they take away whatever your best option is and force you to do your second and third option, or whatever that is. So for Nuggets, I would just take my time, post up Jokic, give him different looks, put Jokic in the post, put him in the high post, let him run the point forward, the point center position. I would run pick and fade with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. trying to space the floor, get dribble penetration. I would just throw a bunch of different things offensively at the Miami Heat's direction. And you gotta play consistent defense. You gotta also, man, because you know Miami's a scrappy team. But I have Nuggets in 6. If it goes 7, Miami's gonna